red jeans, all black like bad me. All black like bad me. All black like bad me. All black like bad. All black.
The Big Voice, KWTN, 100.9 FM, Nebraska, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody to a beautiful crisp air Tuesday. We are in the month of December, and we have a great show lined up for you here today. Garan Coons, Communications Officer for the Winnebago Tribe. We'd like to go around and do some introductions, starting on over here to my right.
Hello, everybody. Good day. My name is Bethani Redhorn, the Communications Office Manager, and for the Big Voice Radio, I am DJ Bethani.
And
good morning, everyone. I am Tyler Snake, the Winnebago Indian News Office Circulation Manager.
All right. And last but not least,
good morning, everyone. Brian Chamberlain, editor for the Winnebago Indian News and CBKC here at KWTN 100.9 FM.
We have today our first ever international guest that's going to be joining us. A lady from the Nebraska Folklife will be here talking about some of the things, and she wanted to kind of do a thing about the Winnebago Tribe and some of the roles that we have here and as communications and stuff. So we'll be taking her around, but yeah, she's going to be joining us here today. So stand by for that. I asked Angel Decora. They've been really busy and doing a lot of good things and hitting the road miles. So hopefully they come up here today. Also, we have some announcements. I know that down there, the good friends with the Winnebago Public Health Department, they're going to have an event next Wednesday that we're going to be broadcasting, and that announcement will be coming up. And then we have announcements for the Winnebago Holiday Lighting Contest. We'll get to that momentarily. We'll recap last week's hat and mitten drive that the Winnebago Indian News and the Winnebago Gaming Development Corporation did. And we'll talk about Thanksgiving, kind of recapping that and stuff too. So you guys just had an issue come out, and you guys are preparing for another issue. So let's talk about it. We'll turn it on over to the Winnebago Indian News, the W.I.N.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, everyone. Hi, P. As what you mentioned, we are in paper week, so the deadline for submissions for this coming Winnebago Indian News is actually today at close of business. So if you have something that you would like to see put into the news, today is the day. So don't wait, get it to us as soon as possible. You can email electronic items to myself, brian.chamberlain@winnebagotribe.com, or Tyler at tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com. Also, if you know somebody that is not receiving the Winnebago Indian News, you can get a hold of Tyler as well, and she will have them added to the list. And so paper week is where we're at. And some of the information that you mentioned, we want to start off by expressing our sincerest gratitude and appreciation for everyone that had a hand in helping us put together the 2024 Hat and Mitten event for our kids, which we held on Tuesday of last week in collaboration with the Winnebago Gaming Development Corporation, aka Native Star Casino, Iron Horse Casino over in Emerson, as well as the good folks of the Wildlife and Parks Department for contributing to the overall effort as well. We served over 500 kids, and they each came down and got a pair of mittens or a pair of gloves, a hat, and some goodies in a bag and some fruit. And it was a really good thing, and we're really happy, and they couldn't have went any better. A little bit cold that day, but honestly wasn't all that bad. Yeah. And also shout out to Jason Lawrence and the Winnebago Police Department for helping provide traffic control, and Dorsey Carnes for helping with distribution as well. Again, a very, very good effort. All the staff members that came together for that and helped make it happen, you know who you are. Thank you very much. Pina Gigi.
You're just in time, too. The weather seemed like it was pretty mild, and then that week, you know what I mean? More reasons and everything. So that was sixth grade. Now, I know that they got probably another one coming up that will probably serve the high school one. Those announcements will be coming up as well. I think the fire department, Winnebago, and the crew, Boys and Girls Club, they got one coming up probably maybe during winter break and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
they're doing their own thing with that. And stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're saying that too, Garan, because when the kids came down, and that's what this was about, guys, and that's the best part of it, and I really want to underscore that as much as we can. There were some kids that were there that actually needed hat and gloves, mittens right then because it was
Wow.
cold.
Yeah.
And it was nice because it was like, put them on. And they did, and that was the best part. I mean, you can't say it enough. The kids were happy, seeing their happy, smiling faces all throughout the event. It was wonderful. So.
For sure. All right, Winnebago Bagel Bits. What do we got?
I did say them in the last issue, but just a reminder for anyone that wants to become a contributor and, like Brian said, get their address updated or added, you can just email me at tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com.
I know that there's a lot of people that call, and I think that they're kind of starting to let people back into the housing units and everything. So if you have an updated address, during the winter time, some kind of that when that quarter starts or the new year, some people move away. I know that there was a person that called this the other day from California and said that person no longer. So we don't want to send that out. That helps us out, you know what I mean? Because it's probably about maybe about $80 of wasted postage per issue, and then that could add up.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can update that list, and if you know anybody that wants to subscribe to the Winnebago on the News, get a hold of Tyler. So we really appreciate that. All right. So, and you guys' Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was really good, an excellent holiday for myself and my family. Thankful and grateful for so much in my life, and we were able to celebrate that together. So it was a good thing.
Just to be around family.
Yeah. You get to do some shopping?
No,
Not yet. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not a Black Friday person either. It's like, look at all these sales I don't care about. It's like, I always see that meme, when the hills are alive and she's spinning around. It's like, I don't care about any of it. I really don't. But as you can see on the screen, guys, we're also, we have the electronic version of the Winnebago Indian News. And so while you were talking about postage, Garan, of course, we always try to make sure that we're not sending it to, nowhere. But the main point is we want to make sure that everybody that wants the Winnebago Indian News, especially our own tribal members, that they receive the official newspaper of the Winnebago tribe. All of the official announcements are there. All of the minutes are printed. We are working on trying to make sure that the Winnebago Village Board also prints their minutes in the Winnebago Indian News so that people who are associated, and especially, again, tribal members, get the information that they need. Because that's the main point. We want to make sure that every tribal member has some type of connection back to the tribal organization, back to the tribe. And so as you can see there in the electronic version, we also want to, again, make sure that you're getting the print version. So please keep your addresses updated. And at the same time, we got to throw this in there, I guess. Make sure enrollment knows where you are too.
Yeah.
We really got to say that, kind of maybe a slight little bitty squirrel moment there. But if enrollment doesn't know where you are and the tribe decides to distribute something like the general welfare exclusion, etc., no one knows how to get a hold of you. So make sure that your family members have that updated, because what we can all attest to here is we went through a major effort just before the deadline for the general welfare exclusion, trying to make sure those people received what they needed to receive, and there's too many left out in the cold, I want to say. So update your info.
We have a huge announcement, and that is of the holiday lighting contest.
Yes.
So, Bethany, if you can pull that up, I think that is there a poster out? Or?
Yes, there is. Yesterday, we went official with it. The official rules have been posted on the Winnebago Indian News Facebook, and I believe that was shared by all our social media. The rules for the Neola Old Lady Walker Holiday Lighting Contest are out. And so if you are within a 10-mile radius of the Blackhawk Community Center in Winnebago, you are eligible, and also a tribal member, you can participate. And so we will have 18 winners this year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really good thing. And so, of course, the Winnebago Tribal Council is sponsoring the Grand Champion Prize. And then we will also have 7 other prizes of about $500 on various categories. But please, if you want to register to participate, email Tyler, tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com. That's tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com. We need your full address because we're going to be judging. We need to know the name.
Not us.
No, we are not judging. The Winnebago Indian News and its staff, the communications department, is not judging. We have a secret person, and we're keeping that individual anonymous so we can have a very fair as possible judging. But at the same time, make sure that if you want to register, get a hold of Tyler, and she will email you back that, yes, we received your registration. So we know where you live. We know you want to be included. And then on the date of judging, which is going to be Monday, December 16th, sometime in between dusk and midnight, the judge will be coming around and seeing what you have put out on your yard, in your house, etc. And if you're picked to be one of the winners, you'll be notified almost right away. Probably, maybe even I don't know how soon we're going to get a hold of the judge. Maybe we'll make him wait till February. No, just kidding. We're not doing anything like that. But anyway, the judging will be happening on Monday, December 16th in the evening hours from dusk till midnight. But you must register. If Tyler doesn't have your address, then we don't know to come to your house.
Black Friday shopping, everything. So if you guys purchase some lights, make sure you get them up, because this year there's categories.
Yes.
Can you read the categories off? I don't know if you guys know them on top of your head and stuff, but they were kind of posted in the rules, I believe.
Yes, they were.
And I like the one. They should call it the guaranteed one, because it's just my flavor and stuff like that. But the one is carried away.
Yes. Yes.
I like it. So categories, what do we have?
We have Grand Champion, the most original, carried away, lights on everything, and then traditional, Christmas, Santa, Frosty, Rudolph, etc. Animations, attitude, that's pop culture icons, etc. Ho Chunk Pride, Indian theme. What's the G for?
Oh, that's like there's A, B, C, D,
duh.
E, F, G.
And then Winter Wonderland, Go Big Blue, Team Pride.
Yes.
I just got that. I was like, what?
That is cool. So categories, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You guys been there. You took the judges around before. You had to be the chauffeur and everything. What'd you guys think?
That one year there was like 21 or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was out all night. It was cold.
Yeah, and there's 18 this year, right?
18 prizes.
18
Yeah.
prizes.
Yes.
So what we want to make sure is we want to tell everybody the backstory of it. It's a really cool story, and it's in honor of Neola Walker, the Winnebago Indian News. That's she has a building, but she used to go around and sponsor this out of her own pocket. And I know our previous WIN editor, Jerome, kept that tradition alive. And I got a young gal, Callie, she's 3 years old. Man, her face just lights up when she sees a Christmas tree or a house and stuff. I know your son and your boys and everything. I think your boys and daughter are a little bit too old now and stuff, but they could care less. But it really means a lot to these young kids, and
Yes,
to
it does.
make them smile and go, wow, look at that. That is priceless, guys.
Mhm.
So all the households, the families that are going to get into this, we appreciate you guys. And a big thank you to our sponsors. Without them, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, I think they're listed there as well. Are you able to read those off?
Yes. So we want to send our sincerest gratitude and appreciation to the sponsors for this year's event: the Winnebago Tribal Council, Winnebago's Casino, Winnebago Gaming Development Corporation, Warhorse Casino, Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska's Human Services, Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, Blue Earth Marketing, and Little Priest Tribal College. And we also have an anonymous donation.
Yeah.
Our sponsor,
And yeah, we thank that person for doing that. They heard the story and they wanted to contribute out of their own
Yes.
pocket as well. So we thank that anonymous donor and stuff. So make sure you sign up, guys.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we want to say it again. Email tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com to register your holiday decoration, holiday lighting entry. If we don't know your address, if we don't know you even want to be considered, then we can't get, you won't be one of the prizes. So tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com to register your Neola Walker holiday lighting contest entry.
Thank you. Winnebago on the news. Do you guys have anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the things we wanted to kind of, I guess, maybe return to a little bit is in the previous Bago Talk shows, we had some other guests. One of them was, of course, the Winnebago Tribe's Emergency Services Director, Julie.
Yeah.
She came up and she wanted to remind everybody again to please make sure that you're taking care of your furnaces, meaning your furnace filter, and that you have it adequately taken care of, especially if you have a gas furnace, because carbon monoxide is a very real thing. If you have the availability, go to either Walmart or Target. They sell them all over. They're not hard to get. Get yourself a carbon monoxide detector. It looks very similar to a smoke detector. Get one and place it, especially to where somebody is sleeping, because it is odorless, colorless, and unfortunately, there have been tragedies related to carbon monoxide, but please, the whole overall point, it's cold out now, so your furnaces are running. Make sure your furnace filters change. Make sure your furnace is in good working order, and get yourself a carbon monoxide detector. Also, the other thing that she mentioned was don't forget about your pets, because if you're cold, they're cold, and unfortunately, I see it every day. There are pets tied to outdoor porches and etc. It's not only the fact that they're cold and they're freezing out there, but their water freezes as well. Once the temperature drops below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, their water is no longer drinkable. So please make sure that if you have a pet and you're not taking care of it properly and you're not bringing it inside, that you at least give it some kind of drinkable water in these cold days. Take care of your pets, though.
We have an announcement too related to the Winnebago in the news is the whooping cough.
Yes.
Carla and the crew down there at the Winnebago Public Health Department. Can you read that information and kind of distribute that public service announcement?
1 second.
Yeah, when they came up last time, a couple of the public health nurses from the department, Carla, and I forget the other lady's name, sorry. But they brought up one of the most important thing that's happening here locally is there is I don't want to call it an outbreak, but basically it's an uptick in the number of cases of pertussis, which is whooping cough. Whooping cough has a very signature sound. It's called whooping cough for a reason, because when a person is coughing, they make that whooping sound and whatever. That is called pertussis, and there are vaccines available to that. So please get a hold of your provider at 12 Plains Unity Hospital, or you can get a hold of the Public Health Nursing Department, and they will lead you and direct you in the right place so that you can update your vaccinations.
Yeah, and they do have a Facebook page, Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. The Winnebago Public Health Department used to have a Facebook page, but there's a lot of people that kind of message us and like, hey, what happened and everything. They're trying to go underneath that one umbrella, so that's a one-stop shop. So you don't have to go to the Winnebago Public Health Department. You don't have to go to the 12 Plains Unity Hospital. I think that's how that's working for their marketing team and stuff. So it's the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, and they'll have a lot of that information. So they post when you should get vaccinated. They post information related to the hospital closures. They got a lot of new numbers coming out. And then there's a new program that's recent. They're going to debut on Wednesday. They've been up and running. They've been promoting 988, which is the National Suicide Hotline, but we'll talk about that here momentarily. Anything else from you guys?
Yes, of course, we will have the answer B, and so I hope you guys are ready, because they're gonna take you to some places, guys. But the last thing we were gonna mention is Little Priest Tribal College has begun registration for the spring semester. So if you plan on taking classes, get a hold of them today.
Okay.
It's not an emergency, but don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
Get your classes registered, get your classes set, because at the same time, sometimes a class will not be held if they don't have enough students registered.
Yeah.
So if you see a class that you're really interested in, but you're saying, well, I'll wait until the last day, sometimes they'll say, well, we're not going to have it because not enough people signed up.
Yeah.
Don't run that risk. Register Little Priest Tribal College today. They have a ton of financial aid options available to you. Yes, I mean you. And then at the same time, you can move yourself forward through a higher education process.
For sure. Good announcements, guys. Thank you, Winnebago in the news. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Make sure you check on their online edition, WinnebagoTribe.com. Look for the news tab, and you'll get to see the latest issue. Kind of has some animation. We're using a different kind of platform and everything, so they're very good. All right. They'll be back for the answer is.
Answer B.
Okay. I've been on a losing streak. I haven't been
You're supposed to be repping for us, guaranteed.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we'll get into some announcements, as we like to call our next guest on up here.
Yes.
Sure, Lama.
So I wanted to touch base
Come on
on
up.
a couple announcements here real quick that I seen. And so this is going to come from the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. And so they do have their deadline. So they annually do the Winnebago Angel Tree.
Oh, cool.
And so they do have the deadline, which is going to be on December 13th. And so You can go and join them by providing holiday gifts to children in need within the community. And so you can get a hold of them down at the hospital. And so this is with the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System and the dental program. And so they also donate a lot of the gifts to the Child and Family Services Department, Temporary Assistance Needy Family Program, and the
Yeah.
Juvenile Services Program.
Cool.
So you can stop by the dental clinic and choose from the angel tree on their list. You'll register with the child at the front desk so you can ensure that no child is missed. So the tags will have the state or the age and gender of the child. Bring back the unwrapped gift with the tag by December 13th. So they're accepting donations now until December 13th.
Definitely. We have to do one on behalf of the big boys and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it just feels good if you want to do it personally, our organization. So shout out to everybody that, and thank you to the Angel Tree folks for getting that together. Okay, folks, we're gonna kind of transition here. Let's see. I have my music ready to go. Yeah, kind of ready to go. Anyways, we'd like to introduce our international guest here, but from Omaha, Nebraska. And go ahead and give us your introduction, your name, and where you're from. Let me turn on your mic here. There we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sharmila Sayed. I am originally from Sri Lanka in South Asia. Currently I am living here in Omaha, Nebraska, and I am collaborating with the Nebraska Folklife Network on an exciting project titled Omaha and its Countryside.
Cool. All right. So how do you say it? I want to make sure I pronounce the right name.
Sharmila.
Sharmila.
Yes.
Sharmila. That is really cool. That is a really cool Sharmila. So originally from Sri Lanka, how long have you been here?
This is my 4th year in Omaha.
4th year. Okay. And then, so you work with Nebraska Folklife, right? And do some work for them. And I know you do other entities and stuff like that. Go ahead and tell us, what is Nebraska Folklife? What do they do?
Actually, I'm not working full-time with the Nebraska Folklife Network. So this is my short-time project.
Okay.
So I'm only interviewing people. So I wanted to introduce the Nebraska Folklife Network. So this organization, founded in 2023, is a non-profit arts and humanities organization that serves as the state's public folk and traditional art program. So this organization mission is to foster, sustain, and increase awareness of Nebraska's living cultural heritage.
Wow, that is awesome. So I have a request here. We have what they call the Ho-Chunk Renaissance Language Program. And fascinating, like every nation has their own language. And with that, there become, you develop songs and tradition and culture and everything. Can you introduce yourself in your native tongue?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy. So in Sri Lanka, we speak Tamil. So my native language, Tamil. In Tamil, என்னுடைய பெயர் ஷர்மிளா. நான் இலங்கையிலிருந்து வந்திருக்கின்றேன். இங்கு ஒமஹாவில் 4 வருடங்களாக நான் வசிக்கின்றேன்.
Wow, that is really cool. I wonder if there's a word that you can teach us, like maybe how would you say hello?
வணக்கம்.
Okay.
We say வணக்கம்.
Vanakkam.
Yeah. And also we, the both of the palms touch like this. So we do vanakkam.
Oh, okay.
That's how we say it.
Very cool. How about thank you?
Nandri.
Nandri.
Yes, Nandri.
That is cool.
Nandri.
And how do we say it in Ho-Chunk?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pinagi.
That's you did good for me. Wanignupshana is also one to say it too. So but yeah, that is really cool. And so what do you know in there's no such thing here. It's Winnebago Talks, so we just love to talk about things that relate to Winnebago, and we get to meet good folks like you and stuff. But being from Sri Lanka, what do you know about native tribes?
it's a long story what brought me to the Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. So in Sri Lanka, I'm an activist. So I work with I'm minority in my country. So I work for my people because in Sri Lanka we had 30 years civil war, and also Sri Lanka is colonized country. We colonized by British, and we got independent in 1948. And then after the independence we had long 3 decades of civil war. The civil war because of the minority people not treated as a citizen, and as the same the majority people have the same rights. We didn't enjoy that. So we had a lot of issues, problem, challenges with our language, and also with the system, and also with the excesses. And then people, the minority started the war, minority people, because they wanted to have the same right and recognition and respect. So that's how my the background story. Then I become an artist. I worked for the minority people's rights. Because of my outspoken and my work, human rights work, I faced life-threatening experiences in my country, and I experienced persecution. So I won an award named Artist Protection Fund. It's an APF program. It's an International Institute for Education. So IIE awarded that program, and they protected me by persecuting my country. So that's how I relocated here. And the University of Nebraska at Omaha was my host institution last 3 years. So I've been a fellow there, collaboratively working with the Goldstein Center for Human Rights. So that's my background. I passionate my work. I always my heart always goes to the indigenous people, and although I'm not sure which indigenous I am, so I have no idea what indigenous or my I don't know any history of my ancestors. So only I'm from Sri Lanka, and I'm minority, and religiously I'm Muslim. That's the only thing I know. But my heart always goes with these indigenous native people, and always interested reading and learning about them, their work. And when I got this opportunity, the Nebraska folk life, I was so excited. And last year I've been in a 7 days retreat program in Colorado. So that was a collective healing program. So we will talk about a lot about the decolonizing. So how we can heal, and from our traumatized experiences we had, the historically how the land experienced the pain, the how people experience, and how we can heal from that, and how we can see the future with using the lens of decolonizing the aspect. So those I'm really deeply passionate, and I started turn myself to maybe it's a kind of searching my route. I'm not sure, but I'm in that journey. So this opportunity is giving me a different lens to see the world and see the people. I really like this work. This is not my full-time job, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this. It's because I'm doing only the interview part here. So but still I really enjoy this initiative, and also the community engagement, Nebraska Folk Life Network focusing.
That is very interesting. Thank you for sharing your background and that story, because a lot of what you face, a lot of the indigenous tribes, especially even in Winnebago, they face the same thing from the United States government. And being in that minority, we just got done with being able to vote, you know what I mean? Kind of getting out the native vote, and there's still a lot of things that we need to get over. There's still like barriers and stuff. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, and you have a lot of good things happening and stuff. I know that you have a Facebook page, and you recently got done with interviewing a gentleman that is a teacher for.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, he's a musician, and he is mariachi supporter. He's practicing the music,
Yeah.
mariachi, and that's also fascinating because he started music when he was 8-year-old. Now he's 75, and now his music knowledge, he started teaching and sharing with the community. And I visited to his place, he teaching for the kids and adult, and everyone was in the
Yeah.
class. That was because every time when we go to the class, we see same age group people. So it's kids, the kids class or the adult class, but he teaching with the group. Even people come as a family.
Yeah.
So that's really connecting people, and they can share their knowledge. That was really amazing. And he's continue his work, and also he's working with other folks in who living in Omaha and practicing music, and also he's participating in other national the community programs happening around in Omaha and other areas, and I believe he's collaborated with the Nebraska Art Council also. And he was mentioned very interesting programs that Omaha Public Schools going to have a program with the mariachi artists,
Nice.
to music, and
Cool.
they're going to have some summer workshop with the introducing mariachi music for all students, and everyone can get the chance to learn
Yeah.
and practice. That was amazing.
So I know that you come into the United States and you land in Nebraska. Nebraska is very interesting. We live in Nebraska. We live on the Winnebago Indian Reservation. We'll tell you more about that and stuff. But I wonder if there's a way you can bring up a globe. I want to see where Sri Lanka is, because I wasn't the best student in geography. I mean, don't tell anybody and stuff, but just to kind of let you know, I wasn't the best student in geography. But Sri Lanka, are you on kind of the upper part, lower part, or right in the middle? Like, is it kind of tell us about what's the climate like over there?
Yeah, that's cool. So I always happy talking about my country.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka is an island, and it's on the ocean, Indian Ocean. It's a mango-shaped island.
Mango-shaped,
Yeah,
okay.
it's mango-shaped. And our climate is always tropical.
Always.
Yeah, so we never had have a winter or snow. So it's a rainy, sunny. So these two are our seasons always.
What do you think of the first time you felt snow here?
I had experience with the snows before I come to the United States, because I traveled and also I lived in Turkey, in Istanbul.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
so I have snow experience before. Maybe I can share about my kids, how they felt. That was their first experience they enjoyed in 2021 when they hear. That was amazing. They were like it's very difficult to describe how they enjoy.
Yeah.
Everybody's notice them when they play with the snow, because they just play like sand in the beach side.
Wow.
Because we have a lot of experience playing in the sand in the beach, so the same way they played with the snow. So everybody's watching them like what the kids doing here.
Yep. Oh, we brought it up. Did we get that on the screen here? Here it is, Sri Lanka. If you can turn around and you can see it right there. Yeah, it is mango shaped, right?
Yes.
How many people kind of live? And then we have some guests and some people that comment and stuff. They want to know about the food. Like, if I never tried any of the food, what would you suggest that I try? As far as the the type of food that you guys have.
Yes. In Sri Lanka, there are 22 million people living.
Oh, okay.
So the population is 22 million.
Okay.
The food wise, we have a culturally diverse community.
Uh-huh.
So each community has different type of food we enjoy. So the majority people are Sinhalese. They are religiously Buddhist. So their food culture is different. So our food culture is different, but it's the
Oh, okay.
common in our country. I would say rice and curry.
Oh, okay.
So the rice is the main food, and each community have the common, in their dining table, whatever you have, but you will find a bowl of rice. So the rice is the main food, and also the rice. And since Sri Lanka, we are island, so we have fish.
Oh, okay. Yes. There you go.
We make fish curries,
Mm-hmm.
and we use coconut milk a lot.
Coconut milk, yeah.
Yeah, making rice also. Sometimes we add coconut milk, and also for the curries, we make gravy with coconut milk.
Right.
And our food is spicy. We use a lot of spices.
Yeah.
And also chili.
Okay.
We use green chili and dry chilies.
Yeah.
In the curries. And
We have a thing called fry bread. Do you have something similar? It's basically the story behind it is like we made something out of nothing. We used to get rations from the federal government, and they're just like, here's some yeast and try to fry it up, and we made this beautiful creativity and everything, but it's a really kind of fluffy bread. Do you guys have something? Do you guys use anything as far as bread or anything like that?
Yeah, we have bread, and also we make kind of very unique way. We make some sandwich from the bread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we use the coconut sambal. So we say sambal.
Yeah.
So the coconut, we grounded coconut, we add some turmeric and chilies, onion and all. We ground in the
okay.
in the mortar.
Yeah.
Then we paste that on the bread. Then covered with another piece of bread, and then toast.
Is there any place in Omaha that you would suggest, or kind of, if we wanted to experience some of the food from your country? Not really?
Not really. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Unfortunately, here, not in Omaha, Nebraska, in United States, there is no place to really enjoy the authentic Sri
Gotcha.
Lankan food. But there are some Sri Lankan restaurant and Indian restaurant. We can have similar food, but
Yeah.
not authentic, and then the same flavor or taste. Sometimes it's look the same,
Yeah.
but it's not really. We have a food common to Asia, the biryani.
Mhm.
So we make biryani in our country, also
Okay.
in India and Pakistan, Afghanistan. In our region, it's common, the biryani. We cook the pot of rice with the chicken, the meat, any meat, sometimes chicken or other meats. We cook together, and it's add so much spices,
Yeah.
and it's that's the common. So here in Omaha, there are places to enjoy if you like biryani.
Cool. You have any questions for our international guest here? I she's making us hungry. You know what I mean? And she sounds like we got to take a visit over there to
Mhm.
Sri Lanka. It's tropical weather and beautiful, right there on the island and stuff. So we're going to put it on our bucket list.
I was wondering, when you were kind of giving us of how to say thank you and hello, like greetings and stuff. Is there a word for like radio? What's the word for radio?
In Tamil, we say vanoli.
Vanoli.
Vanoli. Van mean sky. It's a sound comes on air. So that's why the words come vanoli. So the oli is sound. So van is air. So the sound comes, through air. So it's vanoli.
Cool.
Vanoli.
We're going to have to repeat
I
that on
know.
All Requests
Vanoli.
Live. You know what I mean? Welcome to Vanoli. Yeah.
Yes, vanoli. You're right.
Vanoli.
All
Yeah.
right.
And then also, what's your favorite thing about Nebraska so far?
We we like Nebraska because the warm welcome and diverse culture, and the people have. I meet the people often who have matured to welcome strangers like us.
Mhm.
So we have no any relatives or friends before we come here. So it's fully strange. Everything strange was so.
Wow.
But we this it's very soon it's become our home because of the people, and the people accept us, and the community here really welcoming and friendly. So that's we really like here in Nebraska.
Well, thank you for coming on to our show. We really appreciate it. We're gonna after this, we're gonna take you out to lunch, and then we're gonna sit down and talk about the Winnebago tribe. And I know that you want to learn some more about the dancing that we do and the singing that we have and stuff like that. So glad that you came up here today, and thank you for being on Winnebago Talks and stuff. If you guys wanna, maybe if you guys have a question for her and stuff, do you have a LinkedIn page or Facebook page, Instagram, or anything like that?
Yeah, for the Nebraska Folk Life, they have the Facebook page, LinkedIn page, and people can search on the engine Nebraska Folk Life.
Okay.
So they will get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for go ahead.
We also had some feedback in the comments. So one of our, she does a lot of like work with us. Her name's Jordana. She said, "Thanks for sharing your background with the community. Welcome to Winnebago." And she said, "Now I'm hungry." And then also our Winnebago Indian news editor, Brian, he was just down here. He was the gentleman that was sitting right there. He said, "Is it Shahi Palace
Okay.
in Sioux City?" There's
Yeah.
Indian food as well. And then also Jordana said butter chicken and garlic naan is the bee's knees.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot
Thank you so much.
of food connoisseurs here, and
Yeah.
some great cooks that we have in Winnebago and the surrounding area too. So for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to interview tomorrow, day after tomorrow, a chef, indigenous chef named Anthony Warrior.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to interview him on Thursday.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for coming.
Sharmala. So appreciate it.
Sharmala,
Yep,
yes.
appreciate it. And thanks for coming on over as we continue on.
All right. And so I wanted to double back, I should say, on the announcement that and I was like, me and you were talking. I was like, see, that's where the disconnect happened when you said, "Can you pull that PSA up?" So we had it all on standby and stuff, and then I went digging for it. But that whooping cough, and it's just kind of to double back on it, only because a lot of people are kind of coming down with being sick and stuff like that. So people of all ages need the whooping cough vaccine. So there's DTaP for young children, Tdap for preteens, Tdap for pregnant women, and Tdap for adults. So anytime for those who have never received it, but just, make sure you get vaccinated, be mindful, wash your hands, wear a mask if you're sick, all that stuff. And just keep in mind that we're in that time of the year where everybody's kind of coming down with some kind of flu or cold or things of that nature.
Man, if we can, get past this time of year, we'll be good and stuff. So hang in there, guys, but do what you can, stay warm, make sure the young ones and the pets are nice and covered so that they don't get sick and everything too. The air kind of dries out a little bit. You used to, in the summertime, it gets real muggy and everything too, but it seems like the viruses travel a little bit easier. And if the virus is going to travel or anything like that, it seems like the dry air helps it out a little bit. This is my kind of theory and stuff. But nonetheless, here, we also have some information about the master plan discussion. We had David come on up here, and then also Sharon from the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. They're planning to expand the hospital, and they want some input from the community. They do have some community engagement meetings planned here. The next one, I think, is coming up
on December 4th, so tomorrow.
And if you want to see, I think they were in discussions of maybe having more fitness area, maybe another pool, expanding the emergency room, kind of if you have dialysis was on the... So basically, how do you say it? Like
They're welcoming like suggestions
Yeah.
and feedback.
yeah,
and
now's your chance to do that. And
yes.
don't necessarily do it for yourself, because we're all probably going to eventually go to the hospital at some time. But
Mhm.
think about your children and your great grandchildren as well. And if you don't have any children and stuff, be thinking about your elderly, because we all have a mom or a dad that's probably going to use the hospital. So
Mhm.
if you have an opportunity, let's see here. This is a chance to give our input. So thank you to everybody that has been attending those sessions so far, and then those that are gonna attend those
Yes.
sessions.
So 2 of them, Wednesday, December 4th, 6 to 8 p.m. at Whirling Thunder, and then Thursday, December 5th, from 12 to 2 p.m. at the Senior Center.
I like the idea. They were talking about gardening, the green spaces and everything. In my lifetime, we never heard about, like, we always mental health
Yes.
is what I'm trying to say. We never really kind of talked about it and stuff. It was like, if you saw a therapist, that was, now this is 20 years ago, guys.
Mhm.
If you said, I gotta go see a therapist and stuff, like, there was, this is like
Getting like a heavy side eye.
yeah. But nowadays and stuff, let's talk about it, because we have an event. If we can bring that poster up, it's a lunch and learn event. Lunch will be served, and this is with the Kikiri, right? Is that?
Yes, Kiki Jide. Help Each Other Community Crisis Response Program. So you can join for a lunch and learn Tuesday, December 10th, starting at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this will be at the Whirling Thunder Wellness Gym. And so it'll be starting at 11 a.m. You'll meet the team at noon. At 12 p.m. there will be a prayer and meal. And then from 12:30 to 1 p.m. the Kiki Jire presentation will happen. So if you want more information, you can contact Cassie Kitchian at wchs.health. And then also a live stream option is going to be available. The Big Voice Radio will be there helping with a live stream.
Yes, for sure. And again, if you guys need, if you know anybody that's in crisis, that needs some help, or suicide or anything like that, suicidal ideation, 988. It's similar to the 911. You call 911 if you're in need or have an emergency. But if you know somebody, because we don't want anybody to be thinking about suicide, we don't want anybody to be maybe not know how to handle those situations. 988 is it's a crisis line, and so if you know anybody in crisis, use that number. But we're looking forward to that. That's going to be on Tuesday, December 10th, right there at Whirling Thunder Wellness Center Gym. Join them for a lunch and learn. So appreciate the crew down there. I know that she's assembling a team, and they're going to roll out some. They have a local number that they're going to be issuing, and if you guys hopefully, if you know anybody in crisis, use that number.
Yes.
988. Sometimes, it goes nationally and stuff like that, but it's more, how do you say it? More intimate if you use a local number. So.
Yeah. Yep. More personal to our area.
All right. So what else do we have here for our announcements? The GWE went out, and I know that there was some discussion. Check distribution is going to be coming up here. There's 2 days that that they're going to have down at the Whirling Thunder Center and stuff, but there might be some changes. So we'll get that announcement out. Be standing by from the Big Voice Radio, Winnebago Indian News, and the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page as far as check distribution. But the majority of the people did ACH. Do you remember what ACH stands for? There was a question last week.
It was last week?
Yeah.
Oh, good thing.
Automated clearinghouse or something like that.
I'm going to say automatic compensation hack.
There you
I'm just
go.
kidding. I don't know.
For us, it's
Did they say what it was or no?
Yeah, they did. But don't listen, Brian. No, I'm just waiting. Anyways, a lot of people got their ACH payment, went directly into their bank, and that was a new process that finance team decided to try this year. I heard a lot of good things, and there's probably, just to kind of be frank with everybody, there's 705 that weren't able to get to it, or something happened, or maybe just didn't get the notification and stuff. But there was over 3,000 that signed up, 3,600 in fact, that signed up for it. So we appreciate that. 5,000 members not every member is eligible. You got to be 18 and over. So that was, thank you to the communications department and all you guys' efforts to putting it on radio and to put it in the Winnebago in the news and the live streams. I know that you did your application, or we did a sample application on air. I think it was like a maybe 10-minute segment that we had, and just trying everything. But so announcements forthcoming, GWE.
Yes. And then also to make mention for the Big Voice Radio, we do have some big hour episodes lined up with some of the DJs. And so we'll have that coming out. And, we're going to be getting into the holiday spirit. It's pretty much in full effect. I was like, Mariah Carey's fully unthawed at this point. No, I'm just kidding. But the big hour, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, live over the noon hour. And then also all requests live on Thursday at 11 a.m. and Res Ride with MCBKC 4 to 6 on Thursdays. And then just to kind of put it on the radars, our apprentice, Tylee Chilson, aka MC Ash, she's going to be debuting an episode for a new podcast that she'll be working on when she comes back from her winter break.
Cool.
But that'll be coming, so just keep an eye out for that.
Right on. Okay, there was a couple more announcements that I wanted to make sure you guys write this down. Is that we have The Answer Is coming up.
Yes.
Now, I've been on a losing streak. My losing streak is 0-2, so we have a lifeline. I'm not sure who's going to play here today and stuff, but that's coming up here in the next 5 minutes. It's going to be a good time. But we have sports that headed out. I think they started with some jamborees last night, and basketball and everything. Yep. And so we'll be looking forward to getting a report from the Winnebago Big Voice Sports Show, which is going to be is this
they have a new episode this week. Okay. So they're so if anyone out there was wondering about the sports show, we do have new episodes every other week. So bi-weekly episodes. So new episode this Wednesday, tomorrow.
Right on. So good luck to all the basketball teams that took the floor last night and will be taking the floor this season. Play hard, everybody. And we are going to try to get a sponsor for some live streams and stuff. Just kind of an FYI, Winnebago Public School used some of the ARPA money, and they brought in the Big Voice because at that time COVID was real prevalent and everything, and they wanted all the elders not to go to the games to try to mitigate and not spread the virus of COVID. That funding has since depleted, so we didn't really get back in there, but there's an option in there. If we have a sponsor that wants to bring us in, then you and the crew can go down there and do that and stuff. But it takes resources, but there's a learning kind of thing to it too as well. We developed our own production director. We develop our camera operators. We develop our commentators. It's really good to see Q, Sean, all those kind of come into that limelight. Eugene, even myself, I never been a commentator for sports and everything, but we had to get back in the mic and kind of develop some of the ways. And MCBKC helps out, the Willie, Trina, all those guys and stuff. It was a really good time. But like I said, if there's I know Omaha Nation's coming to town.
Yes.
And let's see if we can get a sponsor for that. So if you know anybody, help us out at the Big Voice. Let them know, and we can see if we get a sponsor to do one of those games.
Yes. Definitely reach out to us on my email, Bethany.Redhorn, Bethani.Redhorn@WinnebagoTribe.com. Or you can email us at KWTN@WinnebagoTribe.com.
All righty. We are ready for The Answer Is.
All righty.
So I don't know if you want to go get Brian, and then we'll be ready for that. But make sure you tune in. And just to continue on with some of our program from the Big Voice Radio, All Request Lives Thursday. Friday is Friday Night Hot Mix. We also have Midnight Love with MCBKC that goes on the air at 10 p.m. and takes you to the next day. So for those that want to kind of chillax on Friday, make sure you check that on out. Then of course every Tuesday we'll try to have an episode of Winnebago Talks, and the big hour is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the noon hour with replays to follow. Okay guys, so here we go. Yes. He's in the building. All righty, cool. Do we have a theme for today's The Answer Is?
I think that maybe a little bit of a trickiness.
Okay, so is it Bethany versus Tyler?
It can be whoever you
Map
want
is
it to be.
guaranteed versus Tyler.
Where's
I've been
it
on a
going?
losing
I'm just
streak,
kidding.
though.
I'll do it.
So it's going to be Bethany and Tyler?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get my score
So
sheet
I get a
ready.
lifeline. Does that lifeline pass on to me? No, I'm just kidding.
Does it? I don't know.
No,
I don't think it
Make
does.
up
we
your-
did. I don't think
Yeah.
we did in the past.
Make up the rules now.
Yeah,
Okay. Are we ready?
who's ready?
All right. Question number 1 of the answer B, this being Milt. You guys still got to figure that out. All right. It is question number 1. Which lives longer, a Galapagos tortoise or an eternity jellyfish?
Mm.
Which lives longer?
Let's see. Tortoise.
You're listening to the Big Hour
Well,
on the
well.
Big Voice with DJ Guaranteed.
Just let it ride.
There's no stopping it. Wrong button.
I'm gonna go with the tortoise.
The tortoise? Oh, tortoise.
Tortoise.
Tortoise. Okay, that's no problem. No problem. Okay. Question number 2. What is Barbie's full name? Do you know it outright or do you need the multiple choice?
I'll take that multiple choice.
Is it A, Barbie Ray Childs, B, Cynthia Barbosa Ambrose, C, Barbara Collins Rothschild, or D, Barbara Millicent Roberts?
Yeah.
What is
Thought it was
Barbie's
Barbie
real
Mattel.
name?
Nah, just kidding.
So it's Barbie Ray Childs,
I thought it was Mattel.
Cynthia Barbosa Ambrose, Barbara Collins Rothschild, Barbara Millicent Roberts.
Dang, I watched Barbie the movie a bunch of times too. I don't think she says her name though. No, she does. I'm gonna go with the D.
D? Okay.
Roberts.
D. All right. Question number 3. The old fumble rooski is a trick play in football. The first college football game was played on November 6, 1869, betwixt Rutgers and Princeton, then known by a different name. In which state was this game played? Do you know it outright, or do you need the multiple choice?
I'll take the multiple choice.
Rutgers and who?
It was known by a different name, but is Princeton.
Oh, Rutgers and Princeton. Okay,
Yes.
keep going.
All right. Is it A, New Brunswick, B, New Jersey, C, New York, or D, New Hampshire?
I'm gonna go with New Hampshire.
D, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Okay. My pen don't want to write. Okay. Question number 4. Octopi have how many hearts?
The multiple choice?
Yes, there is. Do you know it outright, or do you need the multiple choice?
I'll take multiple choice.
Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 8?
It's a what? A octaheart?
Octopi have
Oh,
how many
octaheart.
hearts?
8.
8? Okay. All right. Question number 5, then, and there's a tiebreaker if we need it. Which creature is the world's most deadly, meaning it kills more people than any other? And there is no multiple choice.
Which creature?
Which creature
What creature
is the
kills?
world's most deadly? And by deadly, meaning it kills the most people than any other.
I don't know. A stingray.
Stingray, okay. All right, that's the questions. Did you know that, Garrett? No.
I was going to say shark, but I don't think that's right. The creature?
Which creature is the world's most deadly?
I don't know if it's a shark or if it's a spider. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm curious to see what the answer is. Stand by for the answer, everybody. If you know the answer, put it in the comments below or chat it or whatever you want to do and stuff. But that was some good questions.
Okay, yeah, we're going to get into this. So,
yes.
yeah, I wanted to mix it up and give you guys a little bit of chance. So there is no lifeline, correct?
There's no lifeline, and you've been winning. So just You got this.
All right, Tyler,
got
are you
this.
ready?
Hey, did you know yawning's contagious?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it's our turn to hide.
Yeah. So on the count of three, everybody ready? No, I'm just saying. Here we go.
All right, the answer B, this being Milt. Question number 1, Tyler. Which lives longer, a Galapagos tortoise or an eternity jellyfish?
You know what? It seems like the turn jellyfish, but I know turtles can hang out. They got some hang time.
So which one you going with?
I'm going with the turtle.
Turtle,
The
okay.
Galapagos.
And you both guessed turtle, and you were both the incorrect. The
Oh.
eternity jellyfish has the unique ability to reverse its life cycle, meaning that once it reaches its full growth, that has a name. It just went out of my head, like when the
It's like,
jellyfish.
but wait, there's more.
Yeah, but then it can reverse back to the pod that it came from
Just
and
kidding.
live again.
What?
Yes, the only creature on Earth. So potentially
Pretty
having
cool.
the availability to live forever, which is why it's called the
I gotta
eternity
say, man, at
jellyfish.
the zoo, that jellyfish display is freaking phenomenal.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
yes.
I
I
could
love
just
going.
watch them. I seriously could watch them for a couple hours and stuff. You know what I mean? I was like, where are their eyes? You know what I mean? How are they, what are they doing? You know what I mean? Like, how are they?
Just
I
floating
don't
around.
get that creature, man. That you talk about a creature.
Yes,
Anyways,
nail sting and whatever else. But if you did need to know, the average Galapagos tortoise lives to be 177 years. So you guys were close. But the eternal jellyfish can live
Yeah,
forever.
just lives
Wow.
forever.
It's, of course, it hasn't been tested, but
Just down there
you know.
floating around.
I know.
Yeah, all
Just
right.
kidding. Gets old, goes young.
So
Yeah, man.
0-0. All right, question number 2. What is Barbie's full name? And there's multiple choice if you need it. Oh, we forgot to say the theme of the show is tricky.
tricky.
Yeah, so that's
I'd
why.
like the
Did you see it
list.
tricky? Okay. Is it A, Barbie Ray Childs, B, Cynthia Barbosa Ambrose, C, Barbara Collins Rothschild, or D, Barbara Millicent Roberts? Barbie's real name. Do you need them again?
The music got louder. I'm gonna say the Rothschild one because isn't that like the brand or whatever they used to go by?
The answer is
Are you locking it in?
No, because you didn't seem sure.
Barbie Ray Childs, Cynthia Barbosa Ambrose, Barbara Collins Rothschild, or Barbara Millicent Roberts?
I'm gonna go with Roberts.
D. Roberts, and you both got it correct. Yes.
wow.
Barbara Millicent
Dang, that is awesome.
Barbie Raw.
girl.
I always like that line on the movie The Birdcage. Please don't call me Barbie. Okay, Barbie. Raw. Anyway, all right. Question number 3. The old Fumblerooski is a trick play in football. The first college football game was played on November 6, 1869 betwixt Rutgers and Princeton, then known by a different name. In which state was this game played?
I need it.
A, New Brunswick, B, New Jersey, C, New York, D, New Hampshire.
I'm gonna say New Hampshire. Total guess right here.
D, and you both guessed D as New Hampshire, and you were both incorrect. It is in New Jersey. Princeton is in New Jersey, thus named for the city Princeton, New Jersey.
Wow.
Yes, and Rutgers is there as well.
The more you know.
Yes, and the reason why I wrote the trick play, the Fumblerooski, is because it was actually played in a town called New Brunswick, New Jersey. Ding, ding, ding. So if you're a football fan, you may have known that. Okay.
Probably punching the screen right now.
I know, someone is. Okay, question number 4 then. Octopi have how many hearts? Multiple choice if you need it.
I mean multiple.
1, 2, 3, or 8?
8.
Going with 8, and you both got 8, and you're both incorrect. The answer is C3.
The octo threw me
Yes,
off.
3 hearts.
I was thinking 4 or 8.
Yeah, so 3 hearts.
That's weird.
Yep.
Can they function without one of them?
That was not part of what I looked up.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Though. I can know that if you cut off a tentacle, they live and whatever, but yeah, their hearts are located in different spots. And it has also become a very squirrel moment that the true intelligent life form of the planet is not humans, it is octopus. Did you
I
know
like
that?
that.
Yeah, because I don't know, just look it up sometime and you'll be kind of amazed at what they are capable of doing.
All
Say
right.
that
What's the
aliens
score?
are here on
It is
Earth,
still
and I think
1
it's
to 1.
octopus.
1-1.
Still
Yes.
1-1, guys. For the
Question
win.
number 5. There is no multiple choice. Which creature is the world's most deadly, meaning killing the most humans than any other? Which creature is the
Oh, no
most
multiple.
no multiple choice, you just have to know it. Which creature is the world's most deadly, killing more people than any other?
I'm gonna have to go with bees.
Oh,
Bees?
there you
Good
go.
guess. Bethany guessed stingray, and you want to give a guess there, guaranteed?
I was gonna say sharks.
Sharks?
It's actually not. Like
Yeah, I know
dogs
that's
are more
I think
Yeah.
I seen that
Yeah.
Shark Week or something like that.
Yeah, they are not. All of you are wrong, incorrect. You are closest, though, Tyler. It is the mosquito. Mosquitoes
Malaria.
transmit
Them little
and
things.
give various diseases, malaria, of course, included as one of them, but their ability to pass so many diseases is what makes them the most deadly.
Suckers.
Yes, mosquitoes. All right, so we're tied at
Stay awake.
0-0, or excuse me, 1-1. So the tie-breaking question: who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. So there's multiple choice, and in order to break the tie, you do not get to choose the same question or the same answer, right? The oldest person to have ever lived whose age could be authenticated was a French woman named Jean-Louise Cament. She died in 1997. How old was she? Do you know it outright, or do you need the multiple choice?
She died in 1977.
Yes. Excuse me, Jean-Louise Cament.
Wait, can you say it again? Sorry.
The oldest person to have ever lived whose age could be authenticated was a French woman named Jean-Louise Cament. She died in 1997. How old was she? There is multiple choice.
I'll take your multiple choice.
Is it A, 119, B, 122, C, 124, or D, 129?
Holy smokes. That's a long time to
Let me get a
live.
calculator real quick.
Yeah, that's a long time to live.
119,
I'm gonna
122, 124, 129.
The smallest number is 119.
119 is the smallest. Yes.
Holy
Well,
smokes.
she's the longest person to live. I'm just gonna
That
shoot
could
for
be
the stars.
authenticated. Yes. Meaning that they
129.
Okay, 129 says Bethany. So you do not get to pick 129, Tyler. Is it 119, 122, or 124?
122.
And that's correct. She was
Oh!
122 years old.
It was like the Slumdog Millionaire moment.
Oh, the confetti fell.
All the confetti popped out.
I went bathroom. There's a letter in there.
So Tyler gets the win again in the tiebreaker.
I don't know how I've been doing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's
All
just
right,
all up
guys.
here.
What do we got? Any shout outs or anything like that? We got to get off the air. Here we go.
I want to send a shout out to my brothers and my mom for cooking up on Thanksgiving. I just made pasta.
There you
so
go.
I just had the easiest.
You brought
dish.
some. All right. Tyler.
I'm just shout out my family.
Shout out the fam. All right. MCBKC.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my own family. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. And the other thing I wanted to say with you guys, I know we have a little bit of time here, but what are you guys' thoughts about changing the answer is to be more, I guess, individualized? Give me a topic that you feel you're an expert in, and I'll come up with questions and we'll see who does better.
Oh,
I like it.
So like if you have a topic that I can't be stumped, and then let me come up with, and if you do better than your opponents, I can't be stumped. What do you think about that?
I'm not
90s
so brushed
trivia.
up on my trivia.
Well,
Yeah.
any subject, any genre, any field, something that I know about that.
Like I don't know about anything. Nah.
Well,
Tennessee
you
Titans.
Tennessee Titans. I mean, you watch a lot of you knew a lot about Kardashians that I never knew ever. So there's something out there.
what would yours be? The Weeknd? You know
Yeah.
everything about The
Abel.
Weeknd?
Yep.
Okay, so
Let's do it.
all right.
Music.
So anyway, next time around,
I like it.
give me your guys' I am an expert in this field, and I'll come up with that. So,
Got it.
all right,
Got it.
cool.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us here at the Winnebago Talks. And you guys have a good rest of your day. Make sure you tune in for the big hour that's going to be coming up tomorrow. And also, we have the Winnebago Big Voice Sports Show that's going to be tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock right
Live
here
at 5.
on 100.9 FM. See you guys later.